This is my recap of RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 6, Episode 4, Shade, the Rusical. So, last week I said that I tried to watch that episode on my iPad on the Logo app and it kept crashing. It crashed during the commercials or locked up about 6 or 7 times. This week I tried again and it worked great. I was able to watch the entire episode, pause it, walk away, come back, the whole shebang. So, if you had any hesitation about trying the Logo app, it's great. At least it's working for me now. I was able to watch the whole episode and then 10 minutes of the next episode, which is really nice because, you know, you get into it, you want to kind of keep watching. Anyway, the episode opens with a little game of female versus shemale. So they're given an up close of like lips or knees or something and ask if it is a biological woman or a drag performer. And of course there's all this silliness of guessing wrong. And the last thing they show is Michelle Visage's cleavage. And I instantly knew it was hers, which kind of bothers me that I could recognize it so quickly. So that was interesting to learn. Anyway, Ben de la Creme and Adore Delano win and pick their team from all the remaining queens. And April and Trinity are the last two, which is significant later on. So for the Rusical, there's a lead called Penny. For the first act, Ben's team, Courtney Act, will be playing Penny. And then for the second, Adore will be playing Bad Penny. So, makes a lot of sense. Courtney was on Australian Idol and Adore was an American Idol. And this is really their challenge to win or lose. Now, on any competition show, whenever there comes a challenge that really is in the wheelhouse of one particular performer, it can really throw them. So that's even true for the show that I hosted. When we got to a challenge that really one person should win, it puts a ton of pressure on them. And a lot of times they fail. It's just all psychological, I guess. So both Courtney and Adore knew this, and they knew this. They had to do well. They were going to be judged more harshly, and you saw this during their practice. They were both kind of insecure about it. They had to be told to kind of raise their confidence level, but they both really nailed it. So that was good. We see the final product. I don't think anyone did really badly. Last week we really kind of saw some turkeys. This week everyone performed pretty well. I thought it was a really fun little, musical thing. The only thing that really came out of it of any significance was Trinity, who just had a stinky attitude the whole time. And there's 2 reasons I have a problem with this. One, this is season 6. There's no reason why you should go onto this show with a bad attitude because there's nothing surprising about these challenges. You're not running a triathlon, you're not building a house. These are all things that are normal for a drag performer and are definitely normal for this show. So that's the first reason. And the second reason is that this is really an audition for the rest of your life, for the rest of your career. So right now, anyone watching this show is not going to want to work with her. She has a bad attitude with the fellow performers. She has a bad attitude with the people that are giving her instruction, who would essentially be her boss, or it's just like I don't want to work with her. So you definitely don't want to have that kind of attitude on a show like this. So the runway is your Tony Award look, and they really cut it short. Normally the queens would walk down, go left, go right, come back, pose, the whole shebang, and the judging panel would make little funny remarks, and they completely cut that out. So all you really saw was RuPaul saying their name as they walked down, and they all lined up at the front of the stage. My guess is that when it was all said and done, they would rather use the time for the episode other places, so they just edited it. That's just my guess. I guess they could have decided that ahead of time, but either way, we end up with Courtney, Ben de la Creme, and Adore Delano on the top. All 3 were really good. The way I would describe the difference between Courtney and Adore is that Courtney was doing musical theater. Adore was performing a song. I think Adore performed the song a little better. I think her vocals were a little bit more. But Courtney was definitely portraying a character. I knew who the character was. I knew what was going on. I could describe who she is playing. And she did that through song. And then Adore sang a song. So, excuse me, okay. Good. Okay, settle down. There you go. Anyway, and Ben de la Creme did a great job too. They ended up giving it to Courtney. I have no problem with that, but they probably could have justified any of the three and I would have been fine. Now for the bottom, they put Darian, April, and Trinity. Now remember, April and Trinity were the last two picked by Adore and Ben. And I think the fellow competitors kind of know that they're the weakest too. In terms of Darian being there, I don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. I didn't feel that she was really that bad. I think they could have put Milk or Estranja in there as well. Excuse me. But someone had to be in the bottom with April and Trinity, and Darian was as good a choice as any. But I would have felt really strongly if she had been in the bottom too, but she wasn't. She was quickly kind of sent on her way. I think it's going to really shake her up because she's done well up until now. April and Trinity do their lip sync. It's a very good lip sync, and in the end we tell April goodbye. Now next week is Snatch Game, which is everybody's favorite. So I'm really looking forward to talking about it with you.